Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Everspace 2, where I have, as always, followed the calm guiding glow of the crystal to exactly what I was looking for. This is pretty tucked away, but you can see the light from the crystals from the other side of the other side of the rock because of the way it casts out. So that was a pretty helpful guide, actually. Once I, got everything back on track. Alright, so let's figure this out, and then I think this is probably the last thing we need to do in this area. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that seems pretty straightforward. And I guess the other one was right already. Now, as for what did that do, it probably opened... No, this is not a thing that opens. Oh, it opened the space between them. I see. All right, I gotta say that's another thing that sort of I think is a not great outcome of crafting systems. At some point, if your crafting system is any good, if it's powerful enough to be interesting to people who are playing the game, then at some point,
Imager, I'm on your father's.
You shut up, Adam. At some point, some of the most valuable loot you could possibly give would be rare crafting materials, but picking up rare crafting materials almost never feels exciting. It's not as immediately cool as picking up a wild looking weapon and just going, holy shit, look at this thing. All right, so we did want to finish our energy orbs, and I believe it was proton capacitors that we were held up on, and now we have the ability to build some, I think. Pretty sure. Proton capacitor. Yep, just need a little bit of that baramite. And there we go. Finally managed to complete a very, very useful perk.
A good choice.
And at this point, I think we are not actually super interested in any of the remaining perks.
The Redeemers have performed some kind of ritual on him.
Oh no! I hope we are not too late.
Alright, don't strain yourself with all that voice acting. Yeah. Let's just hit some regions, right? 4 location challenges, and we'll have to find some high-risk areas, but generally that's not a big challenge.
They were once scientists themselves. Research Department for Extinct Extraterrestrial Monuments.
Okay, well, that might at least explain why their vocabulary range is better than that of the average outlaw.
Alright, got a couple of undiscovered sites real close together here. Hopefully we can just rack up some completions real quick and get ourselves declared expert in another sector. Okay, another one of these. Alright, I'm a little leery of leaving the cruise missiles equipped at all times for reasons that I hope are obvious. I do like being able to burn out large packs of enemies in this way. Damn it. Must you ruin everything? Alright, I'm just gonna BFG. That could have gotten real messy. I'm not interested in... Ow! Not interested in dealing with it was what I was about to say, and then all of a sudden that guy just slammed into us because he has a very unusual idea of what represents strategy in dogfighting. Okay, we have a lot of loot here. There's a bunch of stuff that we're definitely not going to hold on to. Yeah, and I need to spend some time sorting things out, and we totally will at some point. So see, my missiles are damaged. How do I change? There's not an option for repair. Or we can just build new ones. We have leveled up since the last one. I don't see how to fix them, but this feels like an okay thing to do. Just stay up with the times here. Alright. Even more stuff. Lock duration is decreased by 80%, cannot be damaged or intercepted. That's interesting, because that means that, if I'm interpreting that correctly, I think that means that anti-missile drones won't be any effect against them, which is cool. Our current sensors, sadly, are autonomous, and that makes them hard to replace. Don't think we're using this. Ooh. Interesting, but again, very difficult to actually pick. So the Soul Seeker is a thermogun. That's a little surprising to me. I thought for sure it was going to be something that, actually, like, seeks enemies. That's the old railgun. Not very likely to use this. Or this. Great quality engine. Okay, we'll worry about all this other stuff later. Shoot. Okay. It turns out there's static defenses here. I went to stick my head out and cruise missile the thing, and then I realized... Alright, that's going to do the job for sure. Maybe not. I have to say, that definitely surprises me. I think I lost my lock because we backed up a little bit, so I'm not sure if that first missile is going to just get lost. Okay. I think that's about all the clearance we're going to get, and hopefully it's all we'll need. Let me change my missiles just in case. Avoid any silliness that might occur. Alright, so a couple of loose runes. All of a sudden we're getting this, like, really easy version of the thing a lot. There we go. Where what the rune needs to be set to is just carved directly on the spot where you set the rune. And I'm not complaining exactly. But it's just, it ain't much of a puzzle is all. I think I fired before lock there. I got too excited. that one looks good. That one looks good. There it is.
Rubber to stardust.
Alright, I did not set this rune yet. Okay, easy enough. Is it the same deal? There's just, yeah, more runes on the other side that need to be dragged upward. This one is weirdly straightforward. A very convenient, compact rune supply. Those look close, but judging by the speed they're moving at. Alright. Not really. They're just actually very fast ships. Alright, that should probably handle that. We'll give them one more for good measure. Okay. Handled. Okay, so I don't think that I bothered to program either one of the runes on this side. Oh, never mind, I had. Okay, interesting. That just gave me a lens, not a jar. I was expecting a jar, for sure. Can I point the lens at that? The other one of these that we've seen did not, it did not respond to vertical maneuvers all that much, but this one does. This one creates a jar. So then we have a structure. Alright, just seeing if these little gaps had magnetic fields in them. So then we have a structure and a lens. Oh, there's a crystal over there. That's probably what we're meant to point the lens at. That is a pretty cool technology, I have to say. Okay, what are we looking at now? Another lens. I wonder how many of these we're going to have to set. It looks to me like we're probably going to have to repair the top of each of these spires. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe we're getting our ancient jar already. The thing is, there's another crystal over there. Yeah, there's lots of crystals still. So maybe there's more alignment to be done here? Alright, solar particles in plasma. And we still don't actually know what to do with the the closed structure at the top either. I did some damage. Jeez.
There will always be more.
I didn't realize how quickly I was getting killed there. Also, didn't realize that I haven't put any nanobots back in my quick buttons. Looks like we're out of good ones. Ah, damn it. God, unerringly perfect accuracy. Regardless of my admittedly very slow evasive maneuvers. That's a little frustrating. Let's take you from completely full shields to dead in like 3 shots. Okay. Why is it not going in? There it goes. Alright, let's get up the other rune and... So as you can tell, I'm having those hand twitches today. Sometimes it's like that. Apparently I shot the backside of the rune. So let's just go ahead and do this. Alright, we are going to have to go out of our way to pick up, or I guess build, some nano machines pretty soon. For right now, just go ahead and imbibe this whole stack, basically. Well, hold on, we can grab that after we do this part. Because we're going to have to fly in this direction anyway. Alright. Let's do our best not to get embarrassed this time. Resisting the urge to engage them just because I can. What exactly is this one doing? Huh, the lens remained. Weird. Alright, am I allowed to just set each of them up? Okay. For some reason I thought the lens turned off, like the lens disintegrated. Okay, you can no longer touch it once you've gotten all of the crystals it's aligned to, but sometimes they're aligned to more than one. And this was our first time seeing that. Alright, I'm starting to think maybe this isn't a turret after all. I mean, I know it was the crystal we were looking at from before, but like, honestly, can you blame me? Alright, well, I do appreciate all the gifts. Still this lens, so we haven't gotten everything we could get. All we gotta do is just keep launching these missiles until... Jeez. Let's make sure we shut down a couple of these guys really fast.
Keep it up.
Also make sure their drones are not around to fire missiles at us forever. Nope, that's the wrong one. Don't actually want to fight that one. Well, it seems like they sure want to fight us. Alright, just gonna get to... There we go. Locking distance. Okay, I think we got it. I was just trying to access my energy crystals. These guys got to come along and make it a whole deal, a whole situation. Can you imagine the lack of manners? Okay, so there's a crystal over here that we can just barely see through the uprights here. Okay, and that's the last thing to interact with that one. Although there is another ancient lens right over here. Oh, shoot.
You kidding me? Are you talking to me?
Alright, my ultimate apparently did not quite kill everybody. This guy's like way over leveled. I'm getting like pretty worried. There we go. Just a matter of making sure that he flies solidly into a wall of rockets every time he turns around. Okay. What else? Aha. Don't like the direction that arrow's pointed in. Okay, cool. We locked it up, apparently. Have to go actually see the evidence of this and maybe get ourselves some loot. Okay, so again, just crafting materials, it seems like. And they're like some high rarity crafting materials. I'm sure they're good. I just, viscerally speaking, not super exciting. This is a cool region, though, or a cool site. What do we want to hit next? Should we just do the one by the sun, or maybe the one by the sun goes last? The Ithorian Fault, a layered asteroid field classified as an inconvenience to explorers. No routing through the fault is recommended. Living particulate has been observed, albeit briefly, thus leading to a theory that the slabs of cosmic rock are hollow, with caverns sprawling with extraterrestrial life. Interesting. Before we go... Oh, never mind. I thought I was looking at Oh, also containers down here. I thought I was looking at blue crystals, but it's just the jellyfish. They give off stuff. Okay, pretty solid. I was not sure that I was far enough away to survive that, but I was also worried that waiting might be inadvisable. At this potential engagement range, I should probably be on the homing missiles anyway. Okay, so we gotta find an energy sphere creator. I do not think we have one of those yet. Let's go check out this resource deposit. Another stone we've never heard of before, which means it's probably pretty important. Okay. This is just like a neutral harvesting location. Energy sphere dispensers, huh? I mean, we don't have to break our backs over this. Obviously, it's just a secure container. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. It's just a secure container, and almost at light, it's very likely that anything we got out of it we would just trash anyway, so. Out to the vault we go. Also, it really has gotten hot. It is so damn hot. So damn hot in here already. It's way too early in the summer for this. Alright, hopefully this will have something completable relatively easily. I gotta say, it's looking more and more like the holdup here is gonna be the high risk areas. Because we're just not getting drops. This is interesting.
You could really lose yourself in here.
Alright, let's see if we can clean up this pack real quick. Are they going to go behind that rock or in front of it? In front, it looks like. Alright, here's hoping. Gotta get a little closer, make sure that we don't lose lock while the missiles are traveling. Oh, narrow miss. Apparently my missiles are just doing terrible, terrible work today.
Just keep coming.
Okay. Well, at least fighting these difficult enemies is leveling us up quickly. You know, we probably have quite a few device upgrades stored up, and I know I'm just using these same 3 devices all the time, so there's not really like a lot of utility in spending the upgrades. But maybe we have another device that would be compelling if it were upgraded. It's not impossible, I feel like. Come on, catch him. Yeah, I do feel like all of a sudden our cruise missiles have gotten way worse at their jobs. Come on. Come on. That's a little scary when they just face tank the cruise missile. Alright, so I think if there was going to be a location challenge here for us to complete, it would have been visible at the beginning when we walked in. That seems to be the way of it. A shadow creature. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to do with such a thing. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything of real value here. I'm mostly just curious what it is that we've got here. What is they've put together they felt deserved its own area. The structure is not very interesting, come to think of it. Yeah, all right. Let's go see what's over here. It does seem like maybe this is going to be, you know, sort of largely bereft of interesting things. Unless you find really large rocks interesting, in which case, what a bonanza. In which case, this place must be almost too much for you. Let's go see what's up with this one that kind of looks like a sand crawler, and then we'll just bail out of here. We'll come back if we have reason to believe it might be interesting to do so in the future. Actually, this one, yeah, I was going to say, this might be outside of the area boundary. Okay, well, in that case, I don't know what's up with this place, but I don't think it's well suited to our purposes. Let's just get out of here. It is a little bit of a shame that there's nothing to do for the high risk area except wait and hope stuff drops. There's nothing we can do to put effort toward finding one. If we end up finding any shops, obviously there's a chance that they'll sell one in the shop. But I am definitely not expecting any of that out here. I suppose if I hit those unknown signals, I think we've seen flying Duchess beacons at the unknown signals before. So maybe we could get the game to generate us an opportunity to interact with a merchant.
Looks like a research outpost.
You are correct in your assumption. It is called the BRI bioplant.
I guess those tanks are where they store specimens? I wonder how they cope with those religious freaks in the same neighborhood. Let's pay him a visit.
Damn it. It got a little bit too far away from me for a second. I think we're going to lose tracking on the rest of the missiles. This is tough. All right, I'm gonna go for the closer up attack, and hopefully we're not gonna die. Because it does seem a little distracted right now. All right, we are live for assault. Yeah, its shield does some weird things while you're fighting it. I know we got a couple of hits that shut the shield off, but on top of that, it was also like the amount of active shielding was jumping up and down all over the place. Try to shoot the cruise missiles at them while they're distracted. Unfortunately, distracted also means actively taking evasive action. Does complicate things somewhat. Seems like their shield regen is real fast. I think we're just gonna have to get in. Probably this is a classic homing missile situation. Okay, well, I threw out the old ult there, and it just completely destroyed me. Environment 14,000. I think it actually made contact with that enemy ship, and so it went into the big detonation as soon as it did that. And we've never actually had that happen that close to us before. I wasn't expecting that guy to fly as hard as he could into it.
You are correct in your assumption. It is called the BRI bioplant.
I guess those tanks are where they store specimens? I wonder how they cope with those religious freaks in the same neighborhood. Let's pay him a visit.
Alright, let's make sure we don't lose tracking on a bunch of our missiles this time. This should be basically a free kill. There we go. Should be the simplest that they get. Okay, wow, there really are a lot of these fuckers out here. Do I even want to get involved in this? Alright, we'll have them pick off this stuff at first, win the easier fight, let these freelancers run over and join the more difficult fight, and then we'll pepper it with missiles from a distance. From a nice, safe distance. Alright, closing and locked. Alright, I think this thing's probably done. Doesn't have the wherewithal to dodge the missiles. Okay. So unfortunately, I'm a little bit low on energy for my railgun. Do we still have allies? Are we... Yeah, okay. They're still distracted. Oh man, a hit right now would be so... Yeah. Be so good. There's so many enemies nearby. Alright. I think we can just get in there at this point. Alright, freeing up the on-site security forces will mean that anything new that jumps in, we'll have other enemies to deal with. Can't just focus on me. So hopefully this helps slow things down for the rest of the region. Or the rest of the location, anyway. Okay, blue shield, which apparently was a thing we didn't have yet somehow. God, is it going to be just non-stop? I feel like the rate of enemy respawns is maybe a little high. I was trying to get him to fly a little bit more predictably. Alright, good stuff. Yeah, there's already more enemies jumping in. Just cannot get a moment to like explore things in safety. I think there's one more thing left in the group. It's not even a real enemy. Okay. What is it that I think I'm investigating? What does Adam imagine that he has the skills necessary to investigate about a project like this? Terminals on the inside of the can. Well, I don't have a good way in there. Ah, I see. One of these. Well, the amount that I can't manage to get my ship safely docked, I think, suggests some things about whether or not this drone is going to get where it's going safely. Wow, okay. One direct hit. So F and G are right next to each other. Y'all, I'm just gonna, it's a little early. I'm just gonna, cause I can't, having a rough day here with the old hands. That's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna rebind our ultimate key, and then when you come back next time, we'll get this. We'll investigate these biomes, even though I don't know what I could possibly learn or what value it could possibly have. Yeah, we'll see you then.